What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a parcel in a Civil 3D, AutoCAD Civil 3D. So the first step is to open the Civil 3D application, and before we move forward, let me open a survey plan that we're going to use. So we are going to plot this survey plan, and we're going to create a parcel for this that appears on this parcel. So the first thing that you need to know is that first of all we need to go to the field and then pick this data in CSV and then import this data in Civil 3D. So I'm going to import these points, and before you do anything or import the data, you need to set your units. So in order to set the units, just start typing units or UN for units, like that, and hit enter. Now under length we are going to set our lengths. The length type should be in decimals. The precision, so the decimal place I want to leave it as 2 decimal places. Angle type I'm going to choose, you can choose radian, gradient, but I'm going to stick with decimal degrees, minutes and seconds. And then precision, angle precision, you can choose degrees alone, degrees, minutes, but for this case I'm going to leave degrees, minutes and second. And then I'm going to make sure that this clockwise is checked. And then under units, I'm going to leave it meters. You can choose wherever that you want, yards, miles, millimeters, but for this case, for this tutorial, we're going to use to plot in meters. And if go to direction, make sure that you click at the bottom, you click direction, and select north, click OK, click OK. So and then click save to effect the changes that we just made. So in order to import the points or the survey data, make sure that your data are in CSV before you import, and if you have opened the data, make sure that it is closed. Otherwise the software will not accept the data. So at the top of this application, under the ribbons, you should be able to see points. Now click on points, and then under points we have this tab, import export points. What we're going to do, you're going to import points into this application, so make sure that you click on import points like that, and then you select the format of your data. Mine is in point number, then nothing, followed by easting and elevation, and then description, and the data is in CSV, delimited. Click on it to make it highlighted, and then click on the green cross on this green plus to add the data. So navigate to where you've stored your data, to the folder that you are working on. So select the data and click open, and then if you see this green check, it means that your data is acceptable, and you can see the preview at this particular box. You can see the preview, and then click OK to import the data. Now the data, you cannot be able to see it because you need to zoom extend. The shortcut for that is ZE. Type in ZE and then hit enter. Now you can see we have our points have been imported. First of all, that I want to, let me first of all change the scale. I want to change it to 2500, like that. So we want to make changes to these points. We want to edit the points. Select one of the points and then right click anywhere on the screen, and then this kind of window will pop up. At the bottom you should be able to see count, but we want the second last one. Select similar. Click on select similar. All the points will be selected, and then go to home tab. Under home tab you should be able, this tool space should be selected. Make sure that it is selected. Sorry about that. I'm going to repeat the process again. Select that point, and then to select all the points, then go to home tab, and then under tool space there is this properties tab, properties button. Click on this properties, and then under properties, so this is a properties window. Make sure that you click on the style. So this is the default, this cross the default style. I'm going to make some changes on that. So in order to do that, click on the style, and then click again on the down arrow. So here you select the style that you want, and then you make some changes if you want. So before I select that, I'll scroll to the bottom of that particular window to where it says create stroke edit. Click on that one. So under create stroke edit, you can now choose the style that you want. I'm going to go for basic, and then on the immediate right there is this brush and pencil, that is for edit. Click on it to edit the points. Now under point style, what we're interested in is the marker tab. This marker, make sure that it is selected, and then you can choose the style that you want. But if I look at this survey plan, it is a combination of a dot and a circle. So I'm going to first of all select a dot at the center, and then a small circle. You can select the size. You can make some few changes, but at this particular point I'm going to leave everything as default. Click apply, and then OK. Click OK again. So immediately you'll see that if we Control C to save, or Control S to save, you can see that now we have this kind of points. Now we want to label these points. So the steps to label your points, we repeat again the same procedure. Select the one point, right click anywhere on the screen on the working space, and then select similar to select all the points, because you're going to label all these points. And then go back to properties. I showed you how to arrive at the properties window, and then under point label, click on it again. You can see the default. Click on this down arrow, select description only. Click on that, and click Control S to save. Now you can see the points have been labeled. The points have been labeled. Now we now want to plot the lines. We want to join these points the way they appear on this survey plan. So we can either use lines or polylines. I've seen majority of people have been using polyline. I've used polyline also in my previous videos, but in this particular one, let us try to use the lines. So I'm going to click on line to start plotting. Click on line, and then join these two lines as they appear on the survey plan. Click on that. Click on the next one. Click on this next one, and this one, and then finish at the top here. Then click enter to finish, and then select line also again. we want to draw a line to join these two, B1x and B12, BX2. So click on that, and then join that, click enter to finish. So I have a feeling that one of these points I've joined is not properly joined. Let me click on extend and click enter. If I try to extend that line, sorry guys, give me some few minutes so that I can confirm if these lines are joined correctly. So this one here is now properly joined. So in order to now create a parcel, by a parcel I mean that we want to create the dimensions, that is distance and bearing, and then to include the acreage, this area. So in order to do that, select everything. Let me select everything, and then go make sure that you're able to see either plots or parcels. So in Civil 3D 2020 version 2020, I believe these parcels is labeled plots. So if you see plots, click on it. If you see parcels, click on parcels. So if you click parcels, select the second option that says create parcel from objects. Click on that, and then this create parcel window is going to pop up. The first thing that we need to do is to make sure that this button is selected. Automatically add segment label. Make sure that that one is selected, and then under area label, click on the down arrow and then name square meter and acres. Select that one. So we have selected that, and we are going to edit that again. So click on this immediate button. So under text, before we edit the text, I normally like to disable this background mask. So under background mask, select false, and then scroll back at the top, and then under text, make sure that we are under contents. So click on contents, and then these three buttons, click on it. So we're going to select everything that that is on the this dark screen. Then click name, and then select parcel area. So we're going to make some changes on these properties. First of all, the units I'm going to choose, you can leave to square meters, but I'm going to choose hectares. The precision, can choose 2 decimal places. I'm going to choose 4 decimal places. And then in order to effect the changes, click on this arrow, and I'm going to click on that particular area in order to make some edit. I'm going to write area, and then to indicate that the area is in hectares. Click OK, and then that's it. Click apply and OK. So that's for area. Now let's move to line segment. We're going to label the line segment. So click on this down arrow. Make sure that bearing over distance is selected, and then click on that button again. So under component name, we are going to choose bearing. Make sure that under text, select content, and then click on the three buttons again. Select everything that is on the dark screen. So units, make sure that you choose the correct units. So for this case, you're going to stick with the degrees, and then format. The format is degrees, minutes, and seconds. Space. Yeah, you can choose the one that suits your purpose. So the next row is about measurement type. So measurement type, you're going to choose. You can choose bearing. You can choose north azimuth. You can choose south azimuth. So if I open my survey plan, you can see that clearly this one is in azimuth, and I'm going to select exactly that. So select north azimuth, and then the precision, we're going to choose 1 second, that is 0 decimal places. So we're going to click OK and apply, and go back to component name and select distance. So under distance again, go to content. On the right hand side, click on it, select everything, and then click the arrow again, click OK, click apply, click OK, and then if you click OK, now the parcel have been created. Now I can see that the bearing are not in azimuth as I expected. So I'm going to select this one, and then right click on the screen, select similar, go back to properties, click on properties again. You're going to edit that. So under line labels, go to, should be able to see bearing over distance. Click on that down arrow and go to create stroke edit. Click on that brush and pencil icon to edit. Go to contents, under text again to click, and then under format, properties. So let me scroll down again to see. Oh, okay, so at the top here, component name, select bearing. So we want to make some changes on bearing. And then under text, click components and select everything on this dark screen again. So I forgot to change the measurement type to north azimuth. Select that, click OK, click apply. So interestingly, the changes that okay. So if I click that again, not azimuth, click the arrow to make the effect. I forgot to click the arrow, so make sure that you click this arrow to effect the changes. Click OK, click apply, click OK, finally click OK again, and so you can see that everything now seems to be okay. So under cartographic rules, we all know that bearings are always outside. So in order to change that, select, make sure that you select one of these bearing labels, right click again, select similar, and then go to properties window, and under properties window you'll see this flipped button. So change that to true. If it's true, change that to false. So for my case it was true, it was false, so I've changed that to false. Close and then click save, and now you can see that we have the parcel and the and it's have the bearing distances and the acreage. So basically that's how you can create a parcel in AutoCAD Civil 3D. See you in the next one.